Hey, it's Joe. It's May 12th, I guess, and been working on the downstairs front room. Thought I'd tell you about my progress. This one has the big windows that face the street and the driveway, and I am planning to replace those with brand new triple glass pane, all bells and whistles E-glass windows. There's a very interesting thing about the framing of these. Because this is a post and beam house, the windows are exactly the width of the posts on either side, which leads me to believe they either measured them extremely carefully or held the windows in place when they raised the post and beam. If you've ever seen the movie, oh golly, what is the name of the movie with Harrison Ford in the Amish Country? Oh, I'm having a blank here. Put it in the comments if you know. But if you've ever seen that movie, one of the neat things that actually shows the community barn raising. And in that movie, they're raising a barn, but they're using all the post and beam construction principles that were used with this house. So now what's happening is I have got just about all of the plaster off, except one corner there. And then where the chimney is, which actually happens to be beaver board, my nemesis. And I will be taking the rest of the lath off. This particular room has two surfaces that face the outside that will be foamed. Here, and they're the ones with the windows in them. And so I've got to get the lath off of those. But there's two other sides, two other walls. One is this one here is an interior partition, and actually somewhere along the way they renovated the room next door, partly, and put cellulose in the walls there, and put sheetrock up. But they left this side alone and the plaster was bad. So I have this quandary, which is, I don't want to take the lath off because the cellulose looks intact and in good shape. When the time comes, I'm probably going to actually put sheetrock over the lath, which my son-in-law says is a no-no, but I'm going to probably do it anyway. Next is, I've got the inner wall has got plaster. I got part of the lath off. That faces the door to the cellar and the downstairs to the cellar. I'm not planning to redo the plaster that leads to the cellar, partly because I've still got water down there and it'll make a huge mess to clean up after myself. I don't have that much water, but still. And then, but I will take off the rest of this plaster. I have been piling up the lath. Always separate out taking the plaster off first and then the lath. It's easier that way. And I've got two more piles piled up in the corners, but that is far from all of it. Now we have an interesting thing in the ceiling. The ceiling is composed of 4 by 8 foot rafters, actually joists, I guess would be the carpenter's term. 4 by 8 inch rafters or joists that span the Cape Cod part of the house, and they're humongous. These straps that you see were so that they could have a nailing surface for the lath. And I'm leaving those intact because whatever I put up, I'm going to need to have some nailing surface 16 inches on center, which that's pretty close up there. So if I leave that up now, that saves me a whole bunch of work that I'd have to do to shim the ceiling and make sure the ceiling was level in its own way. Even though it's a non-Euclidean surface, Tom. And then what would happen would be, it'll just be easier for you. Now, I'm not going to foam the ceiling because the ceiling here is actually within the planned heat envelope for when we're fully foamed. But I do have a lot of the pink stuff left over, and I'm going to stick that up there, partly for the sound deadening of it, and then actually, in case I ever do decide to shut off the upstairs for whatever reason, then that'll provide some insulation. I'm thinking of what to actually do with this room, and I like this room. I'm actually thinking I might move in here for like my semi-permanent bedroom. Now in the corner we've got the chimney, and that's encased in a beaver board thing. That's got some of the cellulose insulation, but it's also got that metal thing the broom is leaning against. There are two ducts in this room for forced hot air that go upstairs into that large bedroom with the picture window in it. And I need to take out the plaster behind them and get that space behind them insulated, because otherwise it'll be a heat hole. And so I'm probably just going to take those out. As to whether I replace them or not, I haven't really decided. If I have a good heat envelope, I don't actually need them, and I might put baseboard heating upstairs, because electric seems to be the way to go when you have heating oil at $6 a gallon. But so that's kind of the scoop with this, and I'm still making progress. I'm going to end it for today. I got my 4th flu shot yesterday morning, and I'm feeling a little bit tired, but I'm okay. So I'm just going to chill out. The work will still be here tomorrow, and then there we go. If you can think of the Harrison Ford movie, put it in the comment. Catch you later. Bye.